Yo, 47 people. Gone. Vanished off the same stretch of American highway, and bro, the cops knew. They knew. And they buried it. No cap, what I'm about to tell you is one of the most messed up, spine-chilling stories I have ever come across in my entire life doing this. And I've covered some dark stuff, dude. But this is different. Because the thing that took those people, it might still be out there. And it might have already seen you. Don't watch this alone, bro. I'm serious. Alright, so my name's Maya Reyes, true crime podcaster, 5 years in the game, over 2 million downloads, right? I've covered cold cases, unsolved disappearances, corrupt small-town sheriffs, you name it. But nothing prepared me for what happened when I decided to drive Route 66N to end and document the missing persons cases tied to that highway. And straight up, there are a lot of them. Way more than the government wants you Googling at 2 a.m., no cap. This story is pulled from my actual recordings, witness testimonies, local police blotter files I obtained through FOIA requests, and interviews with families who have been waiting for answers for decades. What I'm about to share with you blurs the line between a true crime investigation and something I genuinely cannot explain. Stick around till the end, dude. The final twist? It's gonna mess you up. Promise you that. Smash that like right now if you're brave enough. Let's dive in. So it starts like this. I'm 12 days into my Route 66 road trip, recording interviews for my podcast, The Vanishing Mile, when I stop at this diner outside Flagstaff called Lou's. Old place. Like the kind of spot where the booths are cracked vinyl and the coffee tastes like it's been burning since 1987. Real America, you know? I sit down across from this woman, late 60s, hair pulled tight, hands wrapped around her mug like she's cold even though it's 82 degrees outside. Her name is Patricia Dawes. Her brother Ronald disappeared off Route 66 in the summer of 1994. He was 23. Just gone. No body. No car. Nothing. And I'm asking her the usual questions, right? Last known location, last phone call, what investigators said. And she's answering and then she just stops. Mid-sentence. She looks at me real serious and goes, "Did you get a ride from anyone on your way here?" I said no. I drove myself. She nodded slow. And she said, and I'm quoting this directly from my recording, "Good. Because there's a man who offers rides on this road. And the ones who take him don't come back." Bro. Over the next 6 days I interviewed 19 more people. Families of the missing, retired gas station workers, a former state trooper who asked me not to use his name. And I'm telling you straight up, every single one of them described the same person. Same man. Offering rides. Here's what messed me up the most. The descriptions matched across decades. We're talking 1973, 1989, 2001, 2014, 2022. Different witnesses, different towns along the highway: Barstow, Amarillo, Gallup, Springfield, Joliet. All of them described a tall man, pale, wearing a dark coat regardless of the season, no visible vehicle of his own, just present. Standing near whoever disappeared last. Smiling. A gas station attendant in Tucumcari, New Mexico told me. And this dude was 71 years old, no reason to lie. He saw this man standing outside his station the night a young couple from Ohio went missing in 2001. He said, he didn't blink. Not once. I watched him for a full minute and he just didn't blink. What the hell, right? Here's where it gets insane. And honestly, this is the part that kept me up for 3 nights straight, no cap. Through FOIA requests I filed in 4 states, Arizona, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Illinois, I obtained internal police communications from between 1987 and 2019, and buried in a chain of emails between a regional FBI liaison and 2 state highway patrol divisions, I found this line straight up copied from the document. The recurring subject description has been noted across 17 open cases. Further documentation has been suspended pending federal review. Pending federal review. From 2003. And nothing, ever, came of it. 17 cases they acknowledged internally, and 0 public disclosure. Families of the missing were never told. The pattern was never released. Bro, that's not incompetence. That's a cover-up. Straight up. That's people in positions of power deciding that 47 families don't deserve to know why their loved ones vanished. That's messed up AF, and I don't care who hears me say it. So I'm back in my motel room outside Oklahoma City. It's late. I'm reviewing footage from the past 2 weeks of interviews, just standard review, checking audio levels, timestamps, you know? And I'm watching Patricia Dawes' interview, the diner in Flagstaff. And I see something in the background through the window behind her. A figure. Tall. Dark coat. I scrub forward to the next interview. Elderly man in Albuquerque, gas station worker. Background. Parking lot. Same figure. Next one. Family in Amarillo. Their living room window. Same figure. Outside in their yard. Bro. I have 19 interviews filmed across 6 states over 12 days. He is in the background of every single one. Different locations. Hundreds of miles apart. Same man. And in every frame, every single frame, he is looking directly at the camera. Not at the people I'm interviewing. Not at the surroundings. Directly. At the lens. Like he knew I was there. Like he'd always known. I called my producer at 1 a.m. shaking. She thought I was pranking her. I sent her the files. She called me back in 8 minutes and told me to get off that highway immediately. Like that night. I didn't. I had one more stop. My last interview was with a retired detective. 26 years on the job. Worked 3 of the Route 66 disappearance cases himself. He wouldn't go on record with his name, but he agreed to meet me at a rest stop just outside Joliet. He sat across from me. He looked exhausted, dude. Like a man who'd been carrying something heavy for a very long time. And before I even hit record, he looked at me and said, "You've been filming him, haven't you?" I felt the blood leave my face. He said investigators had encountered footage like mine before. Twice. Both times the cameras were confiscated. Both times the investigators who pushed hardest on the case were quietly reassigned and he paused here and looked away. Worse. He told me the working theory, the one that never made it into any official report. Whatever this thing is, person, entity, whatever, it operates on attention. Feeds on being documented. Every interview I filmed, every question I asked, every mile I drove down that road, I wasn't investigating it. I was inviting it. And then he looked past me, over my shoulder, and his face went white. I turned around. The rest stop was empty. But my camera, which I'd left recording on the dashboard of my car parked 20 feet away, the red light was on. It was filming. I grabbed it and drove. I didn't stop for 6 hours. When I reviewed the final footage later, the dashboard cam recording while I was inside talking to the detective, the timestamp runs 53 minutes. The parking lot is empty for 52 of them. In the last 60 seconds, a figure walks slowly into frame, stands directly in front of the lens, stands there for 45 seconds without moving, and then it leans forward. Close. Too close. Like it's looking into the camera, and it smiles. I have not posted that footage anywhere. I don't think I ever will. Some say he's still out there on that road right now, bro. Still offering rides. Still showing up in the background. Still waiting for the next person curious enough to go looking. Don't go looking. So yeah, 47 documented disappearances. A pattern law enforcement acknowledged and buried. A figure described identically across 5 decades and 1,000 miles of American highway. And a podcaster, me, who drove every inch of it and came home with footage I can't explain and nightmares I can't shake. From Patricia Dawes' hands shaking around that coffee mug, to the detective's face going pale at a rest stop in Illinois, this story follows me, no cap. And honestly, after seeing those recordings, I think it might be following me still. Stories like this remind us that the darkness in America isn't always in the woods or the basement or some abandoned asylum, dude. Sometimes it's right there on the most famous road in the country, hiding in plain sight, watching, waiting. If this chilled you to the bone, and bro, it should have, smashed that like button right now. Subscribe to the Zaingi Files for new dark stories every single week, and turn on notifications so you never miss a drop. Check the description for exclusive content, behind-the-scenes files, and how to join the Zaingi Files community for members-only cases I don't post publicly. And comment below, what's the most unexplained thing that's ever happened to you? I read every single one. Stay safe out there. And whatever you do, if someone offers you a ride on Route 66, don't take it.